Alright, y'all, how's it going? It's your boy Elab, and I got a big collab with Billy today, but I do want to give a really good trigger warning because some of these stories are very sensitive, and if you are triggered by any of these, I would definitely hop off the video now, but yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Also, we have a guest appearance by Billy. He's going to read some stories. All this stuff is linked in the description if y'all want to go subscribe to him. Please do. He's a really cool guy. He also does crime stories and stuff, so yeah. Alright. In the r/true scary stories, we have user Cat Jalove, or however you pronounce it, and it goes like this. When I was about 6 or 7, we had this neighbor that would regularly try to invite me over for cake and candy, or to play with the dogs he owned. My parents didn't trust him, so of course invites were declined. Years later, we learned that he regularly raped his 12-year-old stepdaughter and got her pregnant. When he went to trial, it was revealed that there were 4 other young girls in his past that he had abused. The guy used to decorate his house like a haunted mansion every Halloween, and kids would go crazy for it. I'm so glad my parents wouldn't allow me to go there.
The first 10 years were fine. Then the creeping starts to happen. My older brother was a troubled teen and apparently at some point played with a Ouija board by himself in one of the bedrooms upstairs and in the basement. Both rooms felt unusually cold. I think he invited something to move into the house with us. My sister and I used to share a large bedroom until she hit puberty and cried to my parents she wanted a bigger bedroom, and I got my brother's old room. He moved into the basement's bedroom. This room was weird. I hated it. From the get-go, strange things started to happen. I used to sleep with my door open, but now hated it because it felt like something was coming up the stairs late at night. I knew where every creak in the stairs were when you stepped on it. I was the deepest sleeper ever. Nothing could wake me except water splashing on my face. My mum kept a spray bottle on my nightstand to wake me up from school. My brain would wake me from the sleep at 2:54 a.m. to 2:50 a.m. 2:58 a.m. And at 3 a.m. I'd get bone-chilling bad vibes. I would hide under my blankets, try to, sleep on my face. Anything to make me go back to sleep to avoid being stared down at whatever was visiting me. I begged my little sister to let me move back in, but she wasn't having it. I started a video chat with my best friend to help me fall asleep. Her talking and later snoring was comforting. Things got better, and I didn't have any incidences until one night, a week or two later, we were video chatting. I fell asleep, then woke up at 2:56 a.m. I knew what was coming. I hid under my blanket. I could hear the creaks on the stairs getting closer. They stopped. A few moments later my bed shook, and like an idiot I peeked out of my blanket, saw nothing but felt an instant wave of dread and sickness wash over me. I ran to my sister's room and puked my brains out, then passed out. My sister got our parents, and after I woke up, I told them what happened. I don't think they really believed me, but my mum said a prayer in the room, and I didn't have incidences after. But here's the kicker. My best friend recorded the video and played an extremely creepy sound. After reviewing the footage, she played back. From her viewpoint, she could see me sleeping, drooling onto my pillow. And at 2:56 a.m, I bolt up from deep sleep, glance at the clock, and cover my head under the blanket. She can hear the ticking of my clock as well as the creaks on the stairs. At 3 a.m, there's a strange clocking sound, like the noise someone makes with the tongue off the roof of the mouth. It gets louder and louder until it hits the bed with a thud, and the whole bed shakes, at which point I peek, then throw the blanket white as a sheet and run out of the room. At the thud you can hear a heavily tick-scented old man's voice say something, but the only part that's clear is, "This is good." The rest is unclear. I wish I had the video still, but my computer got a virus and I lost all my data. My sister once slept in the room. My grandma was visiting and I was sleeping in her room. I was at the time of my friend's house, okay. But anyways, she experienced sleep paralysis. She said she woke up around 3 a.m. and felt something was pinned her down. She couldn't scream for help. It lasted maybe a minute or two before she ran out to her parents' bedroom. Anytime her bedroom was being used by a guest, she refused to sleep in any bedroom and slept on the floor in my parents' bedroom. I also experienced sleep paralysis, but in the basement bedroom, my brother's room. My mum had called the maids, and one early morning, like 7 or 8, and I got kicked out of my bedroom. They were all over the upstairs, vacuuming and dusting. You get the idea. So, I went into the basement for some peace and quiet. I fell asleep on my brother's bed. He had gone to work, and I woke up the same feeling as my sister, being pinned down and unable to scream or move. It felt like 10 minutes, but could have only been a minute or two. I heard my mother calling my name, looking for me, and I felt like I couldn't feel the thing move off the bed over me. I ran upstairs so fast and never slept in the basement again. My brother told me, after he played with the Ouija board, he heard something come up the stairs, creaks and all. He woke up at 3 a.m. and something grabbed his leg and yanked him out of his bed. He fell on the floor with a thud, loud enough that my parents woke up and ran to his bedroom to find him looking beveled and white as a sheet on the floor next to his bed. I've had cousins tell me something was off about the house. We babysat my friend's cat once, and she would stop and stare at something across the room. He kept her in the basement at night. It was fully finished. It has one bedroom, one bath, a workout room, a storage room, and a library.
By user, it says deleted, so I don't really know. When I was 16, my parents went out of town for a weekend. I was actually pretty sweet because I got to be the king of the castle for the weekend. So I get home to the Friday night and just dick around. Internet, video games, etc., and start watching TV around dusk. The way our living room was set up, there was a set of glass back doors right next to the television that looked out to the porch slash backyard. The backyard was surrounded by ivy that grew on a hill around 45-degree angle. So I'm just mindlessly channel surfing when I see it moving outside. At first, I just dismissed it, thinking it was a bird or a neighborhood cat or something. But then I noticed that whatever moving is way bigger than a bird or a cat. I go and put my face near the glass and stare into the backyard, and there's some dude crouching in the ivy looking into my house. I go and put my face near the glass and stare into the backyard, and there's some dude just crouching into the ivy looking into my house. Our eyes meet, and he has somewhat of a oh crap moment and bolts out of our yard. Scared the crap out of me. By user Milt underscore Torfellison, he says, "Man, my house was set up in a very similar way, and I have a very similar story. I grew up scared shitless that someone would come to the glass door at night. We had vertical blinds to block out any prospective peepers. But one night when my folks were out of town, I was up late watching TV on the couch, and all of a sudden there was two loud knocks right on the glass. Of course, my blood goes cold, but I quickly think that maybe one of my friends, who knows my parents is out of town, snuck out and came over. I work up the carriage to go slide the door open, one of my blinds, and peek out, fully expecting to see one of my friends standing there and some swarthy looking guy in a mustache just looking at me. He pulls out the door, but it's locked. I booked my ass straight out to the front door, ran to my aunt's house a few hours down. We called the police, said there were too many footprints in the snow. They had been circling around the house for hours. There was even more footprints on the roof by the master bedroom. Alright. Down below, we have the user tragedy. I just want to include this. He said, when a child responds to the knocking without them hearing them, shout their parents. They know that the child probably is alone in the house, especially if they looked all around the house first. So, had the door open, the thief was probably planning to fight down the child and rob the place anyways. Still, robbers casing a place don't usually do the casing right before the actual crime. That's just honestly creepy. And for it to be like a child is crazy, more even crazier. All right. By user Fire in the Mountains. This person says, a version of this happened to me once. I'm female, was 15 or 16 at the time, and it was Halloween. I remember feeling that sense of dread on my way home. The house was 2 stories but only had 2 bedrooms. Most of the space was taken by the downstairs. I slept in the living room on the futon. At the far end of the room were glass doors and a patio. No blinds or anything. I was up playing video games pretty late and due to that dread feeling and laid down with my computer still on, lighting up the room. Out of nowhere, someone knocks on the glass. I ignored them, and they got more frequent and urgent sounding. I was freaked the hell out. Got up without looking at the doors and pretended to sleepy check the front door. Then ran up the stairs and hid in the bathroom above the living room. The ventilation system was just holes on the floor, then everything, so I could see down into the first floor. I tried to wake my mom and said someone knocked the door, to which she basically denied that happened and went back to sleep, saying I dreamt it or something. It was quiet for a while. Then the metal spiral stairs in the basement started creaking, and I heard footsteps. By this time, my computer had gone to sleep and it was dark as F down there. Next thing I heard was my drawer pennies falling over, spilling coins everywhere. Then more silence, stairs creaking in, intruder left. Spooked by the spare change, checked the outside door in the basement the next day. Unlocked, of course. That was really stupid of your mother, to be honest, bro.
So, this story starts on a Saturday night. Before going to bed, I was quite sick, which made me fall asleep quickly. Click. A strange clicking sound woke me up. I look around the room, my head feeling heavy. One thing I noted on later the next day was that my light was on, and one of my window curtains were wide open. Anyways, as I looked around the room, I thought I saw something in the corner of my eye. Keep in mind, in all of my stories, I am a very paranoid person, so I really thought I saw something. I looked out the window, with its curtains open, where I thought I saw something, and I kid you not, there, through the window was a half a head. It was really dark outside. I think it was about 2:30 AM, but I don't know. Since it was dark, the half of the head, which was pitch black, as soon as you saw the half of the head, it was quickly ducked down. I'm not sure how I got the courage, but about 10 minutes later of just laying there in shock, I got up and looked through the window. I didn't see anything, but I saw the back door that would let you back into the garden. Anyways, the garden door was wide open. To this day, I cannot explain this, and all the other paranormal events don't seem connected to it. I say this is just a mystery. Sounds like Billy's lair needs to solve this. Back to you, Elap.
Well, thank you, Billy. Alright, well, that's going to be all for today. A good 12-minute video, and I usually don't do these. But I just want to give a big thank you to Billy. He did really good. I didn't really think he was going to read that good because, he's a little slow. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, thank you all. If you want to see another one, a collab with Billy, hit the like button. It was fun, but yeah, I'll see y'all later.